In 1900, just 1% of young people around the world were enrolled at university. Over the next century, this exploded to 20% as recognition of the value of education became widespread. And it turns out, the expansion of higher education from 1950 onwards wasn't just the product of growing wealth, it's also fueled economic growth globally. These findings came from research economists Anna Valero and John Valorian, who analyzed data from UNESCO's World Higher Education Database of 15,000 universities across 78 countries. Their paper examined the relationship between new universities and regional growth between 1950 and 2010. In their analysis, they looked at the period since 1950 when university growth took off. Expansion accelerated in a number of countries, a trend partly driven by the view that higher education is essential for economic and social progress. Many might take this view for granted today, but before World War II, fears among national elites of the wider population becoming overeducated were widespread. There's ample evidence higher education pays off for individuals, as wages of graduates are higher than those of non-graduates. At a national level, human capital, typically measured by years of schooling, is regarded to be important for development and growth. But proving this link is difficult as there are many factors to control for. At the subnational level, where you can hold country-specific factors constant, researchers have shown that human capital helps boost regional GDP per capita and growth. Universities help growth in a number of other ways. They boost innovation in their surrounding region, they help institutions develop, for example as platforms for democratic dialogue, and their very presence has a direct economic effect, as they are big purchasers of goods and services from the regions they are located in. Universities also increase output in neighboring areas within the same country. Doubling the universities in one region increases that region's income by 4% and the countrywide income by 0.5%. Policymakers are not only interested in the potential benefits of universities, but also in the costs of building and maintaining them. In the UK, it's estimated that if one university were added to each of its 10 regions, this would lead to about 0.7% higher national income. This is higher than the likely annual cost, which, based on average university expenditure, is more like £1.6 billion. The large margin between benefits and costs suggests university expansion is beneficial. A cynic might claim that universities affect growth in a mechanical way. More people move to the region and consume more there. Housing, food and beer spring to mind immediately. But results show it's not a simple matter of population growth boosting the economy. Even if universities bring with them a great deal of public money for spending in the local area, researchers show this isn't the main way that they boost growth. Over a longer period, higher university presence in a region is also associated with pro-democracy views, and this isn't just among students or graduates, which suggests there could be a knock-on effect associated with universities through the diffusion of ideas into their surrounding areas. The benefits of universities to the economy therefore seem to significantly outweigh the costs. That's been the finding in the UK, which adds to a lot of international data since the 1950s, which shows that universities matter for growth. Assuming that any new universities have the same qualities as those we already have, policies to encourage entry to the sector would be good for growth.